Yo, what up, victory talkers? I think that's what I'm start calling y'all, victory talkers. I haven't decided yet. But yo, I'm real excited to share this with y'all today. This episode of Victory Talk, we're going to talk about a lot of things that are really going to help you accomplish your goals, take your life to the next level, build your money, your muscle. That's right, your mindset. Let's get it. Doesn't that theme song make you want to just chase victory? Doesn't I don't know about y'all, but every time I hear that song, the theme song, the Victory Talk, the one that just went off, I just want to fucking jump out the window, start chasing, hunting my fucking goals down, grab them by the necks, slapping the shit out of it until it gives me everything I want. That's how I treat life. Fucking strangle it till it fucking gives me everything I asked for. And that's what we'll teach you to do here at Victory Talk. We'll show you how to grab life by his fucking bitch ass throat, slap it in the face, make it call you daddy. Life likes when you do that, man. I'm telling you. Like to choke you, man. Like choke it. Fucking strangle that motherfucker, man. Motherfucker. Motherfucker, I want that shit. Give me that shit. You got a strong arm life. Can't be all timid. Hey, I was wondering if my name is DeMarcus, and I was wondering if you give me some success. You can't be all timid. You're gonna be like, you got a kick in the door. 2 guns up. Hey, life. Who's in charge here? Boom, boom, boom. I said, who's in charge here? Until it tells you you are. Keep shooting. Leave his fucking face. Leave his fucking face bruised. Fucking dare to fucking talk shit. That's how I treat life. You know, most people, life's a venture. Life's a game. No, life's my fucking bitch. And it will submit to all my demands. And then say thank you. That's what we're going to teach you to do here at Victory Talk. And to aid you in that pursuit, we've compiled an arsenal of courses chock full of knowledge that you can use to deploy against your goals. And those courses, they're free. They're in the Victory Unit Discord. Make sure you join. Group of yo, man, he got a male Siri because he's from Iran. See, here's the thing. I don't know. It's going crazy. It's going crazy. It's like the thing. He got a male Siri because he's from Iran, and they don't like women do things there. Women can't be Siri in Iran. Bitch can't even drive. Can't show her fucking face in public. Hey, man, that's their listen. I'm not telling people how to live. Hey, listen, I ain't got no problem with no one in the Middle East. I want to look at them. I got no problem with y'all. We are friends, compadres, man. For real. I mean that, man. Hey, man, I mean that. I ain't got no problem with y'all. I don't know what Biden and them be doing, man. I don't know what they on, man. I ain't tell Obama to send them drones. I told him not to. He don't listen to me. I digress. The Victory Unit Discord. Make sure you join, man. There's some good shit in there for you, man. Free courses. We got free courses, and we in there giving tips every day. Me, my squad, my crew. Here's one thing you should know. when you're in the Discord, probably some scammers in there, right? They're pretending to be me. I ain't never gonna ask you for no Bitcoin. I make this promise to you for as long as I live. Brandon Carter will not ask you for Bitcoin. It's not even real. One, because I'm not a nerd. And two, because I got money, man. I'm not gonna ask you for Bitcoin in Discord. You think I'm running the motherfuckers who get scammed by this shit? Like, do you think Big Brandon Carter, Southside Chi-Town legend, the king of ketosis, gymnasium Jesus, is out here asking motherfuckers for Bitcoin in Discord? Listen, if you fell for that shit, you got me fucked up, right? And it wasn't me. Odds are it was a Nigerian. Odds are it was some Nigerian who took my pictures there, wrote King Keto on the Discord, and he's even pretending to be me. So you think Brandon Carter said, hey, man, give me your Bitcoin. I'll show you how to make some money. Now he was like, give me some Bitcoin, and I will show you how to make some money. That's the only accent I can do. That's the only accent I could do. They'd be like, yo, do an Irish accent. Give me some beer made for St. Patrick's Day. You know what I'm saying? I can only do Wakanda in Nigeria. It's similar. It's synonymous. It's a genetic predisposition. Like all you don't know, ask your black friends. All of us can do the Nigerian accent. It's it's in our DNA. That's how we talk when we're together. Y'all don't know that. When it's just us talking to each other, like we talk like this when we talking to y'all. But like when black people are together, we all talk like this. You ain't know that though. You ain't know that though. You know what I'm saying? Your black friends never tell you. It's kind of like the code, like kind of like the scrolls, how they turn into fucking green people when they're talking to each other, but they talk like regular when they talking to humans. That's how like black people are. All of us talk like this when we are talking to each other. But the Africans, they ain't learn how to talk like this yet. So it's gonna get this scam. You think this Nigerian scam shit is crazy now? Wait, you know, African Americans, we talk like this, but wait till the Africans start talking like this. So if you getting fooled by Discord scammers, Nigerian Discord scammers, now wait till they learn to talk like regular. It's gonna get even worse for you, man. Hey, I digress. I went off the rails. What I'm trying to say is the scammers are in every Discord, but just in mine, just know I ain't gonna be asking for no Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sell you an NFT ever for as long as I live. Of that I assure you. And I ain't even gonna ask you for no money in the Discord. Like get real. Like don't fall for that shit. Is everything in there is free. Everything in there is free. You know what I'm saying? So like don't get fooled. Don't get fooled. You know what I'm saying? All right. But join it. And if you see a scammer in there asking for Bitcoin, clown him mercilessly. Roast him. You know what I'm saying? But we got moderators in there trying to get I think we got that shit under control now. Last I checked, it was 14,000 Discord members in the Victory unit. Come on, man. They all came to Victory Talk. Victory. I think I want to call like the people who watch Victory Talk the Victory Talkers. I don't know. That's the first thing that came to mind. Y'all let me know if you like. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. If y'all like it, then y'all Victory Talkers. But it might be whack. It might be whack. Anyway, we got a lot to get into today. We got a lot of into today's lot of things I want to say to the Victory Talkers. And the verse part of Victory Talk that I want to talk to the Victory Talkers is called Real Talk. She's already getting off the rails. It's gonna be one of those type of shows, guys. It's gonna be one of those type of shows, man. Victory yappers. That's not bad. Maybe victors. Man, that's not. I don't hate that. Victory victors. Well, you guys. I'll let you guys pick. I'll let you guys pick. All right. I'm about to turn 41 in a few days. Don't wish me happy birthday because I don't celebrate it. But over the last 40 years, I've been able to amass a lot of wealth, like an astonishing amount. It's crazy, man. You know, and I came from nothing, south side of Chicago, black ghetto, in the hood, fucking metal detectors and shit at high school, and metal detectors in school, and gang violence, blah, 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 dead daddy, you know, all this shit, right? And I was able to rise from poverty to the ranks of the wealthy. And I've got a few baller life hacks that I want to share with you, right? To help you ascend to the ranks of the wealthy, and then maybe come over here to the ultra wealthy. Well, that's where I'm going, ultra wealthy. I thought I'd be thinking I'm rich, but sometimes I look outside and I got my penthouse, right? It's overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. It's beautiful scenery, beautiful scenery. I go outside, I see dolphins. Sometimes they come say, "What's up?" Manatees in the morning. I'd be like, "Hey, what's up?" A lot of wildlife and sea creatures. They come up to me and say, "What's up?" every morning. So I'd be thinking I'm doing well, but then it wasn't long ago, a motherfucker landed his helicopter on his yacht. And I was like, oh, there's another level. I better step my game up. And that's what I've been doing. But you guys don't worry about landing helicopters on your yachts yet. You're not there. You got to get out of poverty, and you got to get to at least having some disposable income, right? And then get to balling. And we're going to help you do that with these baller life hacks. All right. Hey, don't fuck this up. If you fuck this up, any of this shit, then you're going to remain poor like everyone else. When I say everyone else, the average American has less than $1,000 in the bank account and 17 pounds overweight. Those are real statistics. My video editors will put those statistics on the screen so you know I ain't bullshit. And that's the average, which means some of y'all are really fucking up the average and making it worse. Some of y'all well below average. That's what it means, right? You know, so we don't want you to be one of them. We want you to be above average. That's why you're watching this. All right, let's get into it. The number one baller, excuse me. The number one baller life hack is tracking. You got to track everything, and you want to have data, every aspect of your life. And in this video, I'll show you some things that I suggest you track, and I'll show you a way to create your own habit tracker in a program called Notion. I'll show you how to do that. It's free, and I'm gonna help you make your own habit tracker because people have been asking me about mine. So I'll show you how to do yours. Notion did not sponsor this video, but I will take the money in the future, nerds. All right. So if you Notion nerds are watching this and you want to give some money to a fucking content creator who's not a dork, I'd like to put my name in the ring. All right. If you're not tracking, you're slacking. You want to track everything. So I take this to a whole nother level. I'm going to show you one of my old habit trackers. Oh, okay. Before we do that, let's talk about why tracking is important. I want you to think about any business that's successful, maybe a publicly trading, maybe a publicly traded company. Can you imagine if they didn't have any data? If they weren't tracking things, if they weren't tracking the customers, the money, the data, it's like it would be ridiculous. There's no way they could succeed. So I want you to start treating your life like a business, right? And when I say like a business, I want you to start taking it seriously the way a business would take its data and its I want to treat it like a business the way a company would take its business and its data seriously. You want to take your data seriously. So again, I've talked about this before. There are 4 areas of life. There are 4 quadrants, right? You can show this screen. There's obviously your fucking money, right? All right. Then there's your health. Put it here. There's your health. Then there's romantic relation. That's a bad. There's there's romantic relationships, right? Romance. Romance. I was gonna draw a heart, but whatever. Fuck that. Right. There's romantic relationships, and then there's friends and family. Right. There's friends and family. Right. And the reason friends and family are different than romantic relationships, this is going to distract me. I can't have titties on the screen. I know that about myself. The reason friends and family are different than relationships because people divorce their wives all the time, but they typically keep the same mom for you're typically gonna have the same mom for the remainder of your life, right? Or her life, whoever dies first, right? She's gonna be your mom until the end, right? But motherfuckers be having like 3-4 wives, right? My sister's been married 3 times. The last guy I was at the wedding. I wanted to say, nigga, are you sure? This motherfucker's crazy. Come to find out, he was crazier. That's how he ended up with a crazy woman. And she left him, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Now she's single again, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what they say, 4th time's the charm, right? But you can switch. So some people are getting married 3-4 times, like my sister. But she still got the same mom, though. She had the same mom her whole life. You know what I'm saying? In fact, fun fact, me and her have the same mom. All right. And that's why they're separate. All right. So there's 4 areas of life, right? And what you really want to do is you have to, any one of these areas can take down all the other areas, right? So we've seen this before, motherfuckers get divorced. Motherfuckers get divorced and bitch take half his money, half her money. Niggas get sick, you know what I'm saying? Sick and tired of these hoes. And then relationships can fuck up families, you know what I'm saying? Look at fucking the Prince of England, the redheaded one. You know what I'm saying? He let a bitch make him not Prince no more, man. That's fucking crazy. She wasn't that hot. She's okay. Right? But fuck, I'd rather be a fucking prince than fuck some regular hoe, right? From Africa, right? I mean from Canada, wherever the fuck she is. It's not America, so who cares? Who cares? All right. We seen friends and family can fuck up relationships. Friends and family can fuck up the money. We've seen that happen. And family can stress you out, fuck up your health. Motherfuckers was fucking up their health, and now they need one of your kidneys. Right? They done gave you your problem. You got to give this motherfucker a kidney because he ain't been living right. Yeah, right. Your health, obviously. Now, here's where it gets important, right? The ones in green, these are critical. Like, you need both of these to live. Friends, family, romance. You don't need it to live, but life sucks without it, right? You don't need it to live, but life sucks without it. You actually need money and health to live, right? So that goes without saying. Hey, dead guys don't make a whole lot of money, in my experience. Right, it's kind of difficult for them to go hard and really go after their goals if they're dead, right? Or even dying, right? If you got the cancer or some shit, man, it's gonna be difficult to go after your goals, unless you beat that cancer, right? You say, hey, if you beat stage 2 cancer, fucking move on. Don't celebrate. Move on to stage 3. Beat that one too. Anyway, editors, take that out. It wasn't as funny as as soon as it left my mouth, it wasn't as funny as I thought it was gonna be. All right. But health can fuck up your relationships too. Obviously, Magic Johnson probably wasn't fucking his wife as much. I would imagine Magic Johnson getting AIDS. I would imagine that took a toll on his marriage. She didn't give him AIDS. He had to get it from someone. All right. And health can fuck up your friends and family too. Now you asking motherfuckers for kidneys. And they done been watching Brandon Carter YouTube videos. And I told them motherfuckers not to give you a kidney. Right. So, now you're not even cool with them no more. Right. And money can. Now here's the thing about money. Money will improve all 4 quadrants, right? Magic Johnson would be dead if he didn't have money. He would have died in the 90s or the 80s or whenever he got HIV, the virus that causes AIDS. He would have died like everyone else if he wasn't a multi-millionaire. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to money for saving Magic. Money can improve your relationships. Studies show that people with more money, they actually get divorced less, right? We only hear about we hear about rich people getting divorced, but we only hear about it because because they're rich. When the fucking broke boys get divorced, that's not news. That's just some regular shit. A fucking broke boy got divorced from a broke chick. Who gives a fuck? That's not going to be on the news, right? You know what I'm saying? So statistically, poor people get divorced a lot more. And if you got money, you can at least do more things for your friends and family. Like I'm able to send my son to the best schools. I'm able to get him extra tutor so he excels. Motherfucker got all A's. He never seen a B. You know what I'm saying? He just out here balling, doing his thing as a child, right? He's doing great in school, great in life, and he doesn't have to grow up. But by contrast, when I was young, my parents didn't have money, so I was in the Chicago public school system. A lot of people I went to grade school with, they grew up to have leadership positions and a lot of prominent gangs in Chicago. a lot of them are dead or in jail. And like that last part was not a joke. All right. And my son, I doubt any of his homies are gonna. I doubt Ryan or I doubt little Ryan or Bridger, these motherfuckers he go to school with, are going to end up in gangs. I doubt it. It can happen. It can happen. Maybe like the yacht gang, or like the fucking maybe they'll end up in the country club gang or some shit. But like this motherfucker went to a birthday party at a country club the other day. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. All right. So, but here's the thing. Because any quadrant can fuck up any other quadrant, we got to make sure that all of them are doing well. Because any asshole can sacrifice everything and just focus on money, right? But then you know how that's going to end up, right? To really succeed, each one of these quadrants has to be maximized, right? And the only way to do this is to have good habits, put them in place, and to track them. All right. Hope this is making sense. So I'm going to show you one of my habit trackers. This is one old one from last year. I'm not going to show you my new one because it's like too insane. Right. But here's one of my habit trackers, and I'll show you how to make one of these. Right. So I just tracked it when I work out. I got to meditate twice a day. That's the thing I do to keep my the best for me. Meditation is more, me meditating has saved a lot of people's lives. Let's just put it like that. You know what I'm saying? It keeps me calmer, right? I track my macros, fitness, track my macros, this month I was trying to just make sure I got 7 hours of sleep. I'm more sophisticated now. I track all my spending, every dollar that comes in and every dollar that comes out in mint.com. And I go into, it does it automatically, but I go into Mint and categorize it every day. I do something called the flesh pitch that makes me a lot of money. We'll talk about this later in Spanish. Then I got to study every day. The more you learn, the more you sperm, or whatever Ty Lopez was saying. More. I got to work on content every day. That's how I got, I got 1 million followers on Instagram. Yeah, YouTube, Facebook. I'm not 1 million on TikTok yet. It's only 400,000. We'll get there. And then, time I spend with my girlfriend, Mia Moore, me Novia, you know what I'm saying? And And, you know, I just track how much time I'm spending with her each day. And then I make it do an average, right? And then we'll get into some of this later. But because what I do is, see, here's why that's important. Here's why tracking is important. And we're going to get into how to set up a tracker like that, because a lot of people have been asking me. Here's why tracking is important. Everybody has fucking goals, right? Everyone has goals. This is a trophy I'm drawing, right? Everyone has goals, right? But when you see somebody win a fucking NBA championship or NFL championship or fucking win a boxing match, they didn't really win that day. The victory really came was all the things they did leading up to that, all the preparation they took, right? And they did it every day, the consistency, right? So the actual goal is what's called a lagging indicator. Did I spell that right?
Lagging is correct.
Nice. Wait. Oh no, my girlfriend's telling me I may have spelled it wrong.
That's how I read it.
Oh, I got an extra I in there. Wait. Wait a minute now. Is this right? How do you spell indicator? Okay. We'll just pretend that I wasn't there. All right, cool. Chicago public school system leaves a lot to be. Listen, it's not the best, and I'm a product of it. All right. Lagging indicator, meaning it's just the result, right? It's just the result. Like the winning the championship is a result. The leading, if somebody won a championship, you got to assume that they're training every day, that they're practicing every day, that they're working real hard. In fact, they probably did that for years. They probably did that for years leading up to that championship. And that is the leading indicator. Right? All the fucking training they did leading up to that point. The training leading up to the leading indicator. Now, here's the thing. If you focus on the leading indicators, then you're just kind of wishing. You're just hoping, you know. I mean, I'm all for visualization and thinking positive and all that shit. But if you're not actually working on the leading indicators, then it's bullshit. Nothing's going to work. However, you could just focus on the leading indicators, and you won't even have to look at the lagging indicator. You won't even have to look at the result if you focus on the leading indicators. For example, if you want to lose fat, say you want to lose 10 pounds, right? What would you have to do? If somebody's burning more calories than they consume each day, that's the leading indicator, right? So all you got to do is just math. Just say, hey, I want to lose 10 pounds. So that means you have to burn 500. Sorry. That means you have to burn. Okay, let's do it like this. The goal would be drop 10 pounds. Drop 10 pounds, right? That's the goal, right? The leading indicator, you set up what the leading indicators are, right? And maybe you just say, hey, I got to be in a 500 calorie deficit every day. If you do that every day, you'll burn 3,500 calories each week. And each week, and 1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories, right? So if you burn 3,500 calories, you burn a pound of fat. So if you do this every day for a week, you'll burn a pound of fat that week. So it just means you got to do this every day for 10 weeks, 500 calories every day for 10 weeks. Now you can visualize all you want. You can say affirmations. You could talk to yourself in the mirror, right? But if you're not focusing on the leading indicators, then it's fucking schizophrenia. or at best it's schizophrenia, right? You know what I'm saying? What you really want to do is just focus on the leading indicators. You don't have to visualize shit, right? You won't have to you didn't visualize being a failure like you are now. But if I looked at the leading indicators, oh, this motherfucker, he's smoking weed every day. He's fucking wasting all the time on Instagram. He's playing video games 17 hours a day. Oh yeah, he's gonna fail. I can just look at the leading indicators and know this motherfucker's gonna fail. I don't have to. You didn't have to visualize being a fat loser. It just happened because the leading indicators, right? So does that make sense? If you just, all you really have to do is focus on the leading indicators. When I set a goal, I figure out what the leading indicators would be and focus 100% on those every day. And I don't even look at the fucking goal anymore. I don't even look at it. For example, so what does that look like? Well, for this to really work, you have to make sure that the leading indicators will accomplish your goal. Right. So we know just fucking math. If you're in a 500 calorie deficit every day, you will burn a pound of fat per week. Like that will happen. All mammals. I don't care what your fucking metabolism is like. I don't care what your DNA is like. I don't care what kind of problems you have. All mammals, this will work for. It'll probably work for reptiles too. It's just a hypothesis, so I haven't trained any reptiles, but I've trained a lot of mammals, the human versions, right? All right. So how do we decide what the leading indicators are, right? So, okay. The way most people plan their goals is bullshit. I've used this example before. If you heard it before, just shut the fuck up and listen anyway, all right? If it would have fucking worked hearing it once, you'd be fucking successful. You wouldn't be watching YouTube videos about how not to suck. Shut up and listen. Okay, so let's say there's a bug in your house. Right? This motherfucker, he's living a good life because your house is dirty. You know what I'm saying? He's really enjoying himself. You know what I'm saying? He's having a real good life, man. He's really happy to be here. He's excited about it. He's been looking for a home like yours for quite some time. And then he found your fucking dirty ass home. He's like, oh my God. Honey, he went and called his girl. He went and called his bitch. Honey, I think I found our dream home. And she was like, oh my God, it's perfect. And they said, and they moved in. Now in there, they started a family, a happy family in your dirty ass crib. Right. You know what I'm saying? And let's say you wanted to kill this motherfucker. Right. Let's give him a name. This motherfucker's name is I don't have his name is Angelo Jenkins, and he moved the Jenkins family in the crib, right? And now let's say you see Angelo for the first time. It's like fuck, you're like, oh shit. Well, when most people go after his goal, right? Where most people attack the goals, they do it like this. Maybe you'll try to hit him with a shoe, a chanclela, or a fucking fly swatter, right? Maybe you try to hit him with a fly swatter. The problem with that is you might miss. Right? So you might hit it, you might not. We can't fucking set our leading indicators up like that. You get what I'm saying? We got to set it up to make it impossible to fail. Right? So most people ask themselves, hey, what do I need to do to accomplish this goal? Right? What I want you to do is I want you to ask yourself, what kind of effort would I have to put in that would make failure impossible? That would make it impossible to fail. Right? So if we want to make it impossible to fail, we can bomb the fucking building. Yeah, if you bomb the building, you'll probably kill the bug. In all life, in the building, but it's impossible to fail. You understand? Right? So we bomb the building. Now, maybe you don't bomb the building. Maybe you just fumigate the building. Right? Maybe you fumigate it, but that would kill the bug, right? So we got to think about that. When you're setting your goals, the lagging indicators need to be impossible. Like, ask yourself, what would I have to do to make it impossible for me to fail? Right. And then we focus on that every day. Right. Boom. So we figured out, we find the leading indicators. They got to be ones that would make it impossible to fail. Right. And then we have to fucking track it. Right. All we're doing is tracking the leading indicators. You don't even have to look at the goal. Like, for example, remember, this is from last year. I did not have 1 million YouTube subscribers last year, but I worked on content 84% of the days. Now I got 1 million followers. And during that time since then, I got 1 million Instagram followers. I wasn't surprised. I remember I woke up next to my girl and she was like, "Oh, you got 1 million on Instagram." I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And I went to the gym, right? I didn't even have to celebrate because it wasn't a surprise. I knew it was going to happen because I set the shit up so it'd be impossible to fail. Does that make sense? And I tracked the leading indicators every day. So I knew I was on the path. I was like, if I did this, I can't fail. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the macros and all this other stuff. Now we're going to set up a habit tracker for you in a minute. Right. But you can apply this to any goal you want to accomplish. Right. Let's say you want to fucking learn an instrument. All right. Well, what would be the leading indicators? Right. Probably don't show my screen yet because I got to pull some up. You probably have to get a certain amount of practice. How much practice do you need? All right. Let's look at this. I showed this before, but this is called the skill acquisition matrix. All right. Skill acquisition matrix. All right. So this is based off a lot of research I did and life experience. But I first came across this in Malcolm Gladwell's book, Outliers. And he said to be one of the best in the world or something, you got to get 10,000 hours. But I've noticed after 100 hours, most people are not bad at a skill. They're not bad. They're not good. They're not good. Right. Bitches ain't throwing their bras on stage for you after 100 hours. Right. But it's okay. Right. 1,000. Okay. This motherfucker's good. 1,000 hours. Right. 20,000. You're really good. Like, you're blowing people's minds. You're amazing at 5,000 hours. Again, Malcolm Gladwell says you're one of the best. At $20,000, you're one of the best ever. Now, so all we got to do is figure out, okay, how many hours we want to practice every day based on how soon we want to hit that goal. I'm not going to go through all of it, but you see, take a screenshot of this shit, motherfucker. Right here. Take a screenshot of this shit right here. But I did the math and I'm rounding some of these things, right? So, but yeah, if you wanted to be fucking good at anything, you can get there in 8 months if you practice 4 hours a day, right? But if you practice fucking 1 hour a day, it's gonna take you 2.5 years just to get good. Right? And when you look at this, it can look discouraging. It's like, fuck, this is gonna take a lot of work to get here. But I want you to be encouraged by that, because almost none of these motherfuckers that you're competing with are willing to do this. You get what I'm saying? Like, I've been doing marketing and sales for like fucking over 20 years. So like, I'm fucking killing this shit. I'm killing this shit. Right. And and it's like if you're willing to put in hours, you just got to track how many hours you spend on it and time it and track it each day and add it up. And so you can get good at anything if you're willing to put in the time and the hours. Take a screenshot of that shit, motherfucker. I'll wait. All right. No, I won't wait. We're going to keep going. All right. But how would you know if you're practicing? No, the one thing I like about the skill acquisition matrix is because I track it. I'll show you how to do this in Notion, but I track how many hours I'm been working on something. And if I start in the past, I would get discouraged. Like, fuck, I've been working on this for like 3 months and I still ain't good yet. But then when I look at the hours, like, oh, motherfucker, I only put in like 50 hours. I'm not even supposed to be good yet. I'm still supposed to suck at 50 hours. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, so that way I don't get discouraged. It's like, okay, it's just math. That's something I want to get at. Everything is just math. Like, life is just math, right? And the same thing with your relationships, right? Boom. I'm checking how many fucking time I spend with my girlfriend. This is really helpful because, if she would have said something like, we're not spend enough time together. Let's say that, like, that was one thing she wanted more time. So I was like, all right, let me just make sure it's happening. I track it, right? And then it's right there. And she told a story. She was in the fucking hair salon getting her hair did, and one of the hoes was saying, my man don't spend enough time with me. My man don't spend enough time with me. And then the other girl's like, well, listen, are you sure? Like, the girl who's doing the hair, are you sure? Because I used to say that to my man, and he started tracking the hours, and it found out we was spending like 3-4 hours a day on average, and I felt stupid. Exactly, man. When she told me that story, I was like, God damn right. I don't even know this motherfucker, man. He's right. He's a surgeon, that guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a surgeon. Smart people do this shit, is what I'm trying to say. Smart people do this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, dumb ass thinking you ain't got to do it, but fucking a surgeon and the king of ketosis is doing it. Maybe you should too, right? Especially if you want to make your girl look stupid, man. You had to look, bitch. How much more time you want, huh? Right? Anyway, or it won't even get to that. It'll just be like, oh, you spend enough time and y'all both be happy. You know what I'm saying? You'll both be happy. All right. So you can do this with, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to attack each quadrant with this type of thing, with this type of veracity. You know what I'm saying? Your health, your wealth, and your relationships. All right. So how do we do that? Let me bring something up real quick. Thought I had it. Oh, wrong one. Okay. So now let's talk about how to set up your habit tracker and what you should be tracking. All right. This might fuck, we running out of time. All right. Romulus ain't here yet though. All right, cool. All right. So I'm gonna show you how to do this shit. So I use a program called Notion, but you can do this with a spreadsheet too. Notion is free. Not yet. Where do I want to do this shit? Maybe this will work. Give me a second. All right, so you open up a new page in Notion, right? You get in Notion, you open a new page. All right. Title it Habit Tracker. Boom. If you want, you can add a little emotion emoji or icon. You know what I'm saying? Whatever floats your boat, whatever type of shit you want to add. You know what I'm saying? All right. You don't have to do that at all. And then you're going to hit the fucking slash, and you're going to go down to all this shit you can do. You can confidently ignore it all until you get to database inline. All right, cool. And it comes up in this table database. Fuck that shit. No, you can do that. No, we are going to use the table. Sorry. All right, and we're going to change this one to, is it date? Oh fuck, how do I do? All right. Listen, I'm not a fucking Notion nerd, but we're gonna get there. All right. You had the date. Boom. We got the date over here. And then you just start filling that shit out. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever. I'll do 7 days. Super simple. We get the date in here. This is good content right here. This is good content. I know this is riveting. All right, cool. We got the date, and you're gonna do the whole fucking shit, right? All right, cool. Then let me move this shit out my fucking way. And I think so. What are the things that are important? Remember, it's health, wealth, relationships, and business, right? So, and money, right? So I think you should have in here. You can do whatever you want, right? But we're going to start with health. So we're going to write sleep, Boom. We'll put the sleep in here. Make it a number. All right, that's fine. Sleep. And then go over here. Not to new. Oh, sorry. But the way you calculate this, we're going to want average. So we want to know how much you're sleeping a day on average. Okay. Then you're going to go and you're going to do, I wish I can delete it. Can I delete this one?
Yeah.
Get out of here. It won't let me delete that one. All right. Maybe I'll just change it. What? Why is it gonna make me do that? All right. Whatever. Fuck that shit right now. All right. And then we'll go sleep. I think we're gonna start with health, right? Because if you're not alive, you gotta have your health right. We're gonna put calories burn. And that's gonna be a number. You change this to number. Boom. And yeah, we'll just leave it right there. Calories consumed. Right. So all calories in, calories out, right? Boom. We'll make this a number. All right. Oh, we need protein too. Keyboard's way over here. All right. Protein, we'll make that a number. All right. And let's make this one. Yeah, that's good. And we'll go over here. We'll make this one average. I want an average. All right. And then so let's move that over here. Let's make that first. How much protein you get each day. Let's set a goal on it. Let's set a goal target. Boom. Let's set a target. I like to set a target. So maybe you want fucking, I don't know, maybe at least, let's say, I'm assuming you're under 200 pounds. You're over 200 pounds. If not, you're a woman, right? What's up? All right. All right. Listen, ladies, if you're watching this and your man's under 200 pounds, you got a girlfriend. All right. So, so we set a goal. And then here's where it gets kind of cool, right? Oh, fuck. All right. We're going to get into the rest of this shit in a minute. But hold fast. We're going to finish making the habit tracker for you guys. But first, man, we got to talk about the money, man. So I'm bringing on my trading mentor, man, who's helped me make hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, getting close to $1 million in trading profits. My man, Romulus, with the market update. Yo, Romulus, what up, man?
Oh, hey, look, it says on here that I am in the show.
Yeah, you are.
Falling and going big.
Come on, man.
Let's have at it. So, you know, I'm sure this is mutual, but I missed you last week.
Oh, right? Oh. Well, you know, your homie Greg held it down, man. We was happy to have him, man. So, you know what I'm saying? It ain't the same, but it was the closest we can get, man. We had your apprentice, man, and he held it down, and everybody was excited. Everybody loved it.
Yeah, he knocks it right out of that park. So I went back to the old stomping grounds, Brandon. I was at the Jersey Shore, not too far from your previous whereabouts there.
Yeah,
that's where I was running around as a little tyke. And, well, we just had a great little time over there. We went to visit the shore house of the Jersey Shore crew.
Oh, all right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Where the big sitch is throwing down with the chicks and the duck phone and the whole thing. It was crazy.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Crazy. We had a good time. And then on the way back from the trip, it was a little bit of an last minute thing. It was 9/11 yesterday. We were driving home. And we stopped at the site of the Flight 93 crash. And that was an inspiring and pretty heavy moment there as well. A lot of people showed up. Parking lot was full, so that was good to see. And we're past that fateful day in memory. But anyway, we're here again. And a couple of weeks ago, last time I was on, we had some conversations about a fairly popular stock, somewhat well known to the trading investing.
I think I know what you're about to say.
Their products are, they're kind of around a little bit. I don't know if anyone in this audience is familiar with it. Let me bring it up here.
Yeah, bring up the chart.
Always takes a second, so let me know when you see the screen. That means
we see it, man.
Also sees it. Good.
We see it.
So you may have heard of this little company called Apple.
Yeah.
Apple. And really, it's been, speaking of inspiring, this is also inspiring what this company has become over the years.
Yeah.
The trials, the tribulations that they've been through, and the massive amounts of success. It's ubiquitous. It's everywhere, but it's over. And that's what we talked about 2 weeks ago. We said this is over. This is not something you want to hang around with. You want to get out while the getting is good. And
you were saying that.
The stock was right up in here. And then Greg comes on a couple days later and says the same thing. Stock's up in here. We told everybody to get out. We told you.
Yeah.
We told you to get out. So hopefully you listen to us and then you come on tomorrow. I would advise everybody that did that to, you can say thanks to us directly, because tomorrow in our Discord, the Legion Discord, the Victory Unit Discord, we're going to be doing a free session, 4:15 Eastern time. We do it on Wednesdays. We call it Traders Town Hall.
Yeah. And you know what? It's like we shorted that in the Legion, didn't we?
Yeah. So I'm sure there were a lot of people that listen to this that are not in with us in the Legion that said, Romulus and Greg and Brandon, they seem to know what they're talking about. I should listen to them, and maybe I'll save a couple of bucks by getting out of this thing.
Yeah.
Again, opportunity for a little gratitude can come tomorrow, and you'll get a education. You'll get something else out of it, because I promise you show up to the Trader Town Hall, you'll walk out of it a wealthier person, no question.
Let's go.
So is Apple done going down? Probably not. I mean, it could hem and haw and bounce around. But again, any run-ups in this, any rallies in this stock like this one here, I would use as an opportunity not to be in it, because it's just too risky in here. Even if it does go higher, there's just better, lower risk, higher probability trades that are lurking around every corner. Why bother with this? Okay.
Yeah. That's a fact.
So S&P 500, we always spend a lot of time talking about the big, broad market. This is where the 500 largest companies in the world pretty much live and hang out and trade. Apple is a big part of that. Apple Computer, by the way, Brandon, is also a member of the Dow Jones Industrial Average. It is in the S&P 500. It is in the NASDAQ 100, but it is not in the Russell 2000, and we'll come back to that. So there's a lot of poetry going on tonight, and I'm also inspired by being away for a week, I guess.
Yeah. We all like Apple. Those are your thing, man. We don't. I mean, we're using Apple computers in here. I have PCs as well, but like we all love Apple products. It's an American company. It's American. You know, I like that. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, the stock might just be overvalued right now. That's all we're trying to say.
Okay, you know what? That's a good point. Let's talk about that. I get that a lot. You get that a lot. Greg gets this a lot. Hey, I want to buy XYZ. It's a great company. Okay, it might be. Products could be awesome. Okay. But that doesn't stop the stock itself from being, like you said, overvalued. You put it in a situation where it spends years and years and years catching up to itself. It happens all the time. Look, for years when I was, a younger centurion running around Wall Street, there was a popular product made by a company called Xerox. Okay. But Xerox hasn't been a stock of any magnitude for decades. Decades. I mean, IBM might be making a little bit of a run lately, but here it gets cracked. But in the last 15 years or more, the stock has been a has-been. Okay. It's been completely forgotten about. So that happens all the time. Still, IBM makes a great product. I mean, they're a services company today. I'm not speaking about that, or if you work there. It's just the stock itself. Separate the stock.
Separate the stock from the product is what we're trying to say.
There's a famous fund manager who used to work for a company called Fidelity out of Boston, which is a very large broker dealer. Plus, they have a lot of mutual funds. There was a mutual fund that he ran called Magellan. His name is Peter Lynch, and he had a.
I know Pete.
Yeah, sure. Everyone who's you know what? I'm not going to reveal your age. By the way, isn't it your birthday this week?
I don't celebrate my birthday, so I don't want people to know. But it
Isn't this your passing week of greater wisdom?
yeah. I'm moving around the sun a few times.
So yeah, Peter Lynch, if you don't know who he is, you can look him up. One Up on Wall Street is the name of the book. Magellan was the name of the fund, and Fidelity was the name of the company that he used to work for. And he had a theory. He said, look, if you want to buy a stock, if you want to make money, you drive by a company's parking lot.
Yeah.
The parking lot of that particular company, if it's full, then buy the stock. So if you drive by a Walmart, buy the stock if the parking lot of the Walmart is full. The problem with that, though, especially in today's age, is that the parking lot you just drove by could be full. But the other 10,000 parking lots could be maybe 90% full, half full, or empty. Or the CEO of the company could be, diddling the secretary, and that's about to come out in the news. Or the executives of the company for the past 6 months could just be making bad, dumb deals that'll show up later.
Listen, Target's always packed. Every Target I go to around the country and look at their chart, right? That don't mean you should that don't mean you should buy the company. Target,
right? This is a good topic. This is a great point to discuss. So, by the way, we were on this was a few months ago. We talked about Target, Greg, and how this thing was going to be getting killed, and it has been. But it really is. Don't fall in love with the companies. Don't confuse the companies with the stocks. That's what I'm trying to tell you right here. Okay. There's a time in a season, and sometimes it's just not the stock's time. It's not a big deal. There's always something else out there. So go look elsewhere and find a better, higher probability outcome for yourself, please, because you'll be much happier than if you lose money. So S&P 500 still in its kind of sideways to slightly down movement. And this is not probably going to change anytime real soon. It's still September. We have October coming up, and then we'll have to see. But you see how the stock, the market itself, same prices as it's been in since June. Marking time. Same thing with the NASDAQ. Look back over here, same place. Dow, same kind of thing going on. Actually, this is even longer. This goes back for months. The small guys, Russell 2000, it goes back even further than the Dow. I can hit up the Dow Jones Transport, and I'm going to go more into that in a second. So this has been going on for a while where it's just been marking time. There's a correctional. When I say correction, that means stock prices falling. Corrections can happen in a few different ways. They can lose money. Prices can go down. But they can also happen with a period of time where they stop moving up, they consolidate, they kind of regroup in a way, maybe lose a little bit of money without getting, totally smashed. So far, at least, and that could change, of course, but so far, at least, we seem to be in a period of where we're doing that time type of correction, because stocks haven't gotten smashed either in the last couple of months. They haven't gotten smashed, but they certainly have pulled back. And by the way, what's cool about being in the Legion is even though the third quarter, which we're almost over, it started July 1st. For the third quarter, the stock market is either flat to slightly down. We're up.
Still making money. Okay? Still making money in the Legion. You know what it is.
Making a jet. There we go. So oil prices, we've been talking a lot about these guys as well. And I will confess, Brandon, that there's a little consternation in my analysis lately. I'm a little bit put out as to how oil is knocking on $90 a barrel, which is high, by the way. If you look over here just a few months ago, it was at $67. So it's gone up quite a bit in just the last couple of months. We have, let me show you this as well. You've got interest rates here. This is the 10-year.
Right.
I'll show you the 2-year as well. I mean, these guys look like, if these are stocks, they look like they should be bought because they look like they're about to break out. So again, oil prices, very high. Interest rates, very high. Stock prices, still pretty high.
It seems something's wrong, right? It seems like something like it should be the opposite. Like stocks should be, those events should put pressure on equities, like in stocks, right?
So when you're teaching your son, when you're playing around with little kids, you do a little education. Which one of these does not belong? Of course, right? One of these is wrong.
One of them is wrong.
The stock market is wrong, or the oil market.
The price of oil is wrong.
The bond market is wrong. One of these is wrong. Okay, one of these is wrong. And right now, it's a little bit difficult to tell which one is going to be wrong. The bond market has a good reputation as for being correct, but I've seen it, miss the cue sometimes. So the play has been, we've racked up a lot of great gains so far this quarter. We don't want to make anything disappear with foolish and unworthy decision. So we're not going to do that.
Mhm.
And so we're going to wait. Tomorrow is a big day in the markets, biggest day in quite a while, actually. Consumer price index comes out 8:30 Eastern time. And that could be the signal to trigger how it develops over the course of the rest of the year. It could be one of those seminal type of days, the singular events that don't come around too often. It does change the landscape that has a longer lasting effect than just a day or two. Because
when does it come out? When does
tomorrow
CPI
morning, 8:30, a couple of weeks
That's why
ago.
it's important, man. You guys show up. You guys join the Discord right now so you can find out how that's going to impact the stock market
We'll be
in
talking
the
about it.
Discord.
Yeah, we'll be talking about it for sure. Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to be on there too listening, man.
Yeah, so a couple of weeks ago, there was an inflation report that showed a little bit of a cooling situation. But then last week, there was employment numbers that showed a reheating of the situation. And I just keep coming back to this. They can put out all the reports they want. What I know is that over the course of the next 2 to 3 weeks, everyone who goes to fill up their car with gas, or every truck driver or every transportation need in America is about to go up in cost. And I don't know about you, but I seem to notice a lot of cars driving around.
Yeah, that cost is gonna get passed on to the consumer, I would imagine.
I was just out there in Jersey, as I mentioned. I live in I live in central Indiana right now, but I was just out there in Jersey, and there's cars everywhere. All right, like they're everywhere. Trucks all over the roads when I'm driving home. They're everywhere. So costs, they start to seep through the system. They start to get spread through the system. And again, I'm confused as to how we could have very expensive oil prices, especially over where they were only a few months ago. They're at about an 11-month high as well. And yet the stock market seems to be saying, who cares? Okay. Perhaps maybe. So one of two things really is going to be happening here. Either this oil price movement is a head fake, or the stock market over the next couple of weeks could suffer some backward movement.
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
And we're gonna, but if you would listen, man, that's why I got to join the Discord, so we can teach you how to make money either way. Either way, we ain't even tripping. We don't care. We gonna get money no matter what happens. Yeah.
So that's about it. We don't have any earnings coming out. I mean, nothing of a group, because again, the third quarter ends September 30th. That's only a couple of weeks away, and then we'll go through the earnings round again. But with the CPI tomorrow, the producer price index, which is business to business expenses, how much they charge each other. And when they're buying input products to develop other products, or they're buying services to build out whatever they build and produce and deliver, that's the producer price index that comes out on Thursday. And then I believe it might be next week that we've got the Federal Reserve announcing. And so, that's how this is going to go. They're going to watch this number. They're probably going to make a decision based on what they see tomorrow and Thursday, believe it or not.
All right. Can I ask you about a few stocks and or ETFs?
Anything you desire.
All right, ET, Energy Transfer.
Yeah, we talked about that a few weeks ago, and we said, hey,
this
is a good idea to hold on to this.
Yeah.
And still the same. I mean, oil prices moving higher. Why sell it?
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, what about now? That kind of brings me to the broader market, XLE. That's for those
energy
y'all
too. So that's just going to be a basket of energy companies: Exxon, Chevron, Conoco, those types of operations. And you can see it moved up again today on a nice volume surge. You saw last week. Let me bring this up. Let me zoom in here a little bit. Give me a second. Boom, boom. So you see this run over here, and how the prices are going higher, but the volume's going higher as well.
Yeah,
that's a bullish sign.
That's a bullish sign. So yeah, that's what
you want. That's what you want to see. So if I'm in this right now, I'm not selling. And if I'm not in this right now, I don't like to chase things, but if I saw a pullback, this would be a buy on a pullback. And if you don't get the pullback, it's, again, I don't care about that, because there's always something else to trade. But if you're the type of person that gets all tweaked about missing it, you got FOMO, and that's a problem for you. You need to solve that problem. But if you have that problem, then you can, wait a little bit and probably get an entry on this thing.
I got a question about a stock that just recently joined the S&P 500, Airbnb.
It joined the S&P 500?
I think that's what it said. Or
it could be. I don't pay that much attention to news.
Yeah. I think that happened today. I saw on Market Watch. I didn't read the article.
So if it did happen, I'll check into that before tomorrow morning. I'll put it in the report, which you will receive, which all people in our Legion will receive tomorrow morning.
Nice.
If that's the case, then it's time to sell, because it'll pull back over the next week or two.
It's probably
if that did indeed happen today. What happens if you are not in the S&P and you get bumped into it? There's a lot of buying that goes on in your stock by just proxy. Because now you're a part of the S&P SPY. And if you're a part of SPY, then you become part of all these other exchange traded funds. These company, the ETF management has to buy your stock. But then after they're done buying, what happens? Stock usually pulls back.
Okay. So it might be a good short opportunity.
It wasn't right away. It wasn't like day 2 or maybe day 1 or 2, but within 2 or 3 days after Tesla joined the S&P, because it ran up and up into it, it started tanking for a while because I mean, the news is out, the buying is over. They don't need days and weeks to buy it. They got to do it quick.
Yeah. All right.
Now we'll check in. Another little thing I found interesting was PNC was popping. This is the 7th or 8th largest bank in America.
Oh yeah.
So not a huge monster, not a JP Morgan, pardon me, not a Bank of America, but still pretty large. And the stock, you notice there's no news. His earnings are not happening. I looked it up. There's no news on either side of this situation, last night or this morning or tomorrow that's expected. There was somebody or some institution that went out there and bought a crap ton of call options on this that expire on Friday. I think they think that the stock is going to get bought out, taken over. And I think it's going to happen, far above this current price, like way up in here. Which, by the way, what's interesting is what was the last big buyout, takeover, merger that you can remember on Wall Street? Something that was, it hasn't happened in a long time.
Yeah, no, I can't think of one offhand.
Earlier in my career, people used to make entire businesses, industries out of trying to guess who was going to be the next takeover, who was going to be the next buyout. I mean, Barron's, the old weekly newspaper from the Wall Street Journal, used to talk about this stuff all the time. They don't anymore because it hasn't happened. I mean, the big tech companies, Microsoft just bought Activision.
Right.
When you look at the size of Microsoft at 2.8 trillion and Activision at 70 billion, it's lunch money, right?
Yeah.
That's not it. And Activision is really a smaller company to begin with. But you used to see those big type of acquisitions almost regularly. Now you barely ever see them. They're almost never around anymore. So it's possible that maybe PNC is a target. And if that did happen, we might see an M&A resurgence.
Okay.
Like that we have not seen in years.
All right.
Now, I'm bearish and have been bearish, and Greg and I talk about this a lot. We brought this up on your show. We brought this up to our people. We've made money on this trade. We are bearish Disney. Okay.
Yeah.
Every time the stock goes up, we short it and we make money. This has been printing Mickey bucks for us for
Shout out to Disney, man, for running that company into the ground and making us a lot of money, man.
So I believe that based on the pattern, and I've written about this, so you know what I'm talking about. Based on the longer term pattern that this stock has developed into, there's a target on this thing down here, way down here in the high 50s, like around here. Okay.
Really?
Way down south. The one thing that could save this company from that happening is a takeover. Now that would be a big deal. Okay.
Well, who would take over Disney? It's such a big company. They own ESPN's, ABC.
They own all of the ABC properties, which ESPN was a part of ABC when Disney bought Capital Cities, which is the ABC parent company. Yeah. That all came with it. They own the amusement parks, obviously. They own Disney Plus. They own the rights to all the original Disney movies, the original Mickey Mouse movies and Snow White, all those
Frozen
movies from way back, Frozen. They own all that stuff. They have a lot of assets. I don't know their capital structure, meaning I don't know their debt levels, and I don't know that kind of thing about the company. But this could be a buyout target. They've talked about Apple. I think Apple would be a mistake if Apple tried to buy this. It would be a little more than lunch money for them. It wouldn't, be a dagger in their heart, but it would be a nick in their thigh probably if they did try to take over Disney.
Man, that would make Apple a powerful company, like long term, probably though.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're
doing pretty well. You know what? They're doing well for themselves.
Yeah. So people may find it surprising, but Netflix is actually more highly valued than Disney.
Yeah.
That's amazing, right?
Yeah, they're like inverse.
So Netflix could possibly put a deal together to buy Disney. It'd be a stretch, but I don't know. I mean, I've seen odder things happen in my almost 29 years of doing this. And that's what I'm suggesting. So I am bearish Disney with the one little caveat in there that a takeover of this could happen. And it's probably the only thing over the next, I'm on a target of this in the high 50s for about 9-10 months from now. But the only thing that stops the stock from dropping that much is a takeover. Because
All right.
it has turned into a total dumpster fire.
Yeah, it's a shit show over there from the stock standpoint.
Yeah. They talk about park attendance is way down. It's not, that's bullshit that it's high. It's not high. Like it's the more open, it's more, it's less crowded than it's been in decades over there. The movies are bombing all over the place. ABC, ESPN is bleeding. They're bleeding out. Actually, ESPN is bleeding out right now.
Yeah, they just laid off a lot of people.
They're just in a death spiral over here, it seems. But again, I've seen these things happen and people get real bearish and all of a sudden they get bought out at $200 a share. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's how it can happen. Like you can wake up tomorrow morning and 200 might be a stretch, but you could see an offer.
So be careful if you're shorting that or anything is what
that's what I'm
hearing.
saying. I mean, I'm a little short Disney, but like I said, little, because those things can and do take place. So again, everybody come into the Discord, the Victory Unit Discord. Do it now. Do it bright and early tomorrow. We will be talking about Disney. We'll be talking about the Consumer Price Index. We'll be inviting you over to the Wednesday Trader Town Hall, which is 4:15 Eastern time. And then in a little over a week from now, what are we doing, Brandon? We got a webinar. Oh
yeah, we got a free training just on stocks, how to read charts, how to make money in the market.
We
do that like about once a month, try to help people up.
Yep, join us, have some fun, put some money in your pocket.
Come on, man. Hey, thank you, Romulus. I appreciate it, brother.
Absolutely. You guys have an awesome night. I'm gone.
Take it easy. All right. I'm with the homie Romulus. All right. I want to answer. We got super chats. All right, guys, I'm gonna get to your super chats, but let me just finish how to make the chart, so I was talking about how to make the habit tracker and why first I'll talk about what's important. And then now I'm talking about how to make it. Hold on. Give me a second. All right. So now we're going to do something interesting. Give me a second. Boom. All right. So check this out. We got your calories burned, your calories consumed. Now what we want to do is your caloric deficit or surplus, right? So we can get in here. And what we want to do is we want to make it, obviously we're going to make it a number. All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to put in, no, it's going to be a formula. Sorry. Where's the fucking formula? Is that, oh, here it is. Cool. All right. So we're going to do the formula. So that formula is going to be like this. What we're going to do is we're going to take, you know what I'm saying? Calories consumed minus, is that right? What did I do? Oh, minus calories burned. All right, so that's gonna be the formula. And let me just show you how that's gonna work. And then, all right, let me just show you how that's gonna work. So let's say you burn, hey man, you've been out here training hard and you burn, 2,500 calories. Boom. You consume 2,000, and you're going to look at right here. Boom. Caloric deficit or surplus, right? We usually deficit or surplus you can put here, but we do like, so if it's a surplus, it's going to be opposite, right? It's going to be, let's just say you're fucking bulking, right? So fuck 3,000 calories. I'm sorry. I apologize. You're not going hard. You just burn your normal calories. Say you burn 2,000 and you're in a fucking, you're overeating. No, let's keep it the same. Let's say you're not even, let's make it like this. Boom. Right. But you say, you know what? I'm gonna go hard. I'm fucking overeating. Boom. Now you see it's a surplus, right? And then what we can do here is we can put some. So you know what you're doing. No, I didn't mean to put it here. Sorry. Put it here. Then we put in that sum. So 0. You did nothing, motherfucker, because you was in surplus one day, deficit one day. All right. So but just ignore that for right now. I just want to show you that that's how that works. All right. So and that's you know what? If I were you, I've been on a water fucking kick right now, man. So I would do water. You should be drinking at least 3 liters. If you don't believe that, then watch Huberman has a whole video on water. There's too much water, you'll die. Shut up, nerd. Go watch Huberman shit, man. Sometimes I know y'all don't believe me unless y'all hear a white man say it. So go watch Huberman, man. He's a science white man, and he'll tell you what's up. At least so you make that a number. I like to put a ring on it. We can do it in ounces. OZ. And bitch, hey Siri, how many ounces are in 3 liters? This bitch ain't talking to me. Someone tell me the number. How many ounces are in 3 liters? I got this shit memorized. You did that wrong, Nima. This is 101. All right. So you want to get 101 ounces of water. Cool. You know what I'm saying? And then as you drink during the day, just open up Notions, the app on your phone, and let you know what's up. Right. Well, maybe we'll move that over here after sleep. And it was cool if you put a ring on it. Let's say, man, I get, oh shit, I only had 50 ounces. Right. You're only halfway there, asshole. Right. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the protein. Fuck, man. I got 150 grams of protein. Not enough, dummy. Because remember, we did the one for that, right? So this way, it's like you kind of gamify it. Like you motherfuckers is playing. You motherfuckers been playing World of Minecraft your whole life, all the games and shit. You were good at games. Well, how would you play the game of life, motherfucker? Get a high score on your goals. Anyway, all right, and then all right. So those are the most the health metrics, right? Sleep. Maybe we'll just change this to. This is bothering me. Day, right? All right, that was just bothering me. So I had to put something there. All right. Oh, fuck. All right. Move that over. Boom. All right, cool. Just move it over, make this shit tighter. You should be following along at home. All right. How are you going to track your calories burned? You got to get some sort of fitness tracker. I use the Oura Ring. I used to have the one called the Whoop. That's cool too. It's a good device. However, you look like a fucking spy kid if you wear that shit with a suit or something. You just look, it's weird. You know, it look weird with a suit. This kind of blends in. The Apple Watch will track your fitness too. If you're not a baller, if you don't have the richer meal, all right, this don't track your heart rate. I wear Apple Watch sometimes, but I take it off because I like to wear the Richard Mille. That doesn't track my heart rate, but it raises your mama's heart rate when she sees me stunting in these streets like a real nigga. But the Oura Ring, I just keep this on all the time. Obviously, these trackers aren't 100% accurate, but you just want to be in the range. You just want to make sure to keep the range super tight. And then you track your macros. I keep a scale on me everywhere I go, and I track it in. I weigh my food, even at restaurants. People don't believe I do this shit sometimes when I say it till they see me in the restaurant with the scale out. Keep it in the Louis bag. You know what I'm saying? Amongst other things, and but I keep that with me or God. I track everything. I scan macros, and that's just not 100% accurate either, right? Because even food labels are allowed by the FDA to be 20% off in any direction, right? So knowing that, you just want to. What we're trying to do is keep the fucking range as tight as possible. Keep the smallest room for error possible. But it still works. I know it works because I look like me and you look like you, right? You just put anything in your mouth like a fucking whore, right? And I fucking track my shit, you know what I'm saying? Like a real one. All right. So that's how you're going to do it. Boom. Caloric deficit, caloric. And then you just look every morning. I just look at the Oura Ring. I mean, I'm tracking all the shit throughout the day. And then in the morning when I wake up, all right, how many calories did I burn yesterday? How many calories did I consume yesterday? How much protein did I get? Boom. And then this adds it up for me. Then we're going to move on to money, right? We're going to move on to money. So this is really important if you have, income. Get that fucking money, man. Get that paper. You know, we're going to have to use an emoji for this one. How I get I don't know how to do the emojis with this keyboard. Oh, it's right here. Nice. You always got to hit it twice with Notion. I don't know why, right? You know what I'm saying? I was making fun of a friend of mine, and that's why I gave him that emoji. This was to my girl. You know what I'm saying? We're going to use that again in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But we'll put the money emoji there. Boom. All right. And then keep that income there, right? And then, oh, fuck, I closed it. Right. So fuck, I keep fucking that same shit up. All right. And this should be number. No, it should be dollars. No, you got to put number. Sorry. Number, and then number format. Use, I mean, whatever currency fucking you're in, right? If you're in London, and put some pounds in there, isn't it? And right, you could do that shit, you know. But even if I was in London, I'd still probably measure my money in dollars. I convert it because y'all let Hitler bomb you, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't get to, that's why the world doesn't trade in pounds, man. The fucking world trades in dollars, right? Because we saved the world twice, back-to-back World War champs. All right. Next time they start fucking around in your country, in your continent, we're gonna have to save you again for a third time. I know it's about to happen. So if I was you, I would just use US dollars. That's the world's reserve currency. Right. And then this is important. You probably got more than one income source, right? Maybe it's a bunch of jobs. Maybe it's you got some side hustles. So I like to do hours worked. Right. I put that in there, and this can be just numbers. It's gonna be another number thing. Cool. All right. We got hours work. Now here's where it gets beautiful. Here's where it gets beautiful. We have another formula. This is where you get your hourly rate, right? Is it IT or ATE? I always get that shit wrong. All right. Right. Hourly rate. And this is going to be a formula. Right. And what we're going to do is we're going to edit the formula, and we're going to do, is it our income? Boom. Divided by hours worked. Boom. Done. And this is super important because now you can start making decisions on how you use your time, right? So let's say, oh shit, man, I was out here hustling. Let's say Lorenzo was hustling on the corner, right? And he made $1,000. Sounds good till you found out he was on the corner fucking 14 hours. You know what I'm saying? So Lorenzo, oh no, that's not bad. That's actually not bad. Keep selling crack cocaine, Lorenzo. You're doing really well for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Hey, at that hourly rate, you'll be making money soon. It's whatever your shit is, right? This is just an example, but it's important to have this number because then you start making decisions based off this number, right? It's like, okay, let's just say this was somebody's hourly rate, right? Boom, $74 an hour. Does it make sense for them to go to the grocery store? No, they could just pay a little bit more and have someone deliver it, right? And if they work during that hour, the extra fucking $10-15 they paid, they say they pay an extra fucking $20 to get the shit delivered, the groceries delivered, Instacart, the extra $20, right? But if they work during that time, the fucking net is $50. They made money by having someone else do it, right? And you can start making decisions based off that. Like life decisions. I talk about this a lot more in the Baller Mindset course. It's free. Or even just like if somebody starts fucking tripping, somebody starts talking crazy to me and they want to fucking, I don't know, waste my time with some bullshit. I'd be like, yo, man, I know how much money I make an hour. I'm not spending an hour talking to this person about their fucking problems. Go fuck yourself. You know what I'm saying? Go fuck yourself. Mom. I'm just joking. I love my mom. All right. But you can start making decisions based off this, right? Your hourly rate. This is super important. This is super important that you have this formula. Probably the two most important formulas on here. Calories burned, consumed, right? If you're in a caloric deficit or caloric surplus, and your hourly rate. Then you can start making decisions based off this shit. Now, let's say you want to learn a skill. let's move on to like maybe you need to get better at something, right? So we'll just put any skill, right? You can do as many as you want. Remember, we talked about the skill acquisition matrix, right? So you get the skill, right? You make this a number, and let's say you're gonna work on this. It's a low priority skill, so you're gonna work on it an hour a day. Maybe you want to learn an instrument. It could be anything. We're making a number, boom, and then you set a goal for that number, right? So an hour a day, and we'll put it in. You can do minutes or you can do hours depending on how much you go. But let's go minutes, right? Boom. And it's important you put that in there so you know what it is, right? And then 60. Oh, 60. What the fuck, man? 60. All right, cool. Now you got that. And it's like, let's say, oh, I practiced for an hour that day. Boom. And it gives you the whole little thing. It's complete. Right. Oh, but the next day, man, fuck, I only average. Sorry. Ooh, I only got to practice for 20 minutes. Ooh, now you're not on track. Now you fucking up. Now you fucking up. Right. And it's like you can do average. It's like, oh shit. Or you can do do a sum for the skills. I always do a sum for the skills. And then I just keep adding it up. And it's like I already know from the skill acquisition matrix that I need at least 100 hours to get. So I'll just add this up, divided by 60, and then I know how many hours I spent. Does that make sense? Right? It's like you want to start, and you can do as many skills as you want, whatever you're trying to get good at. Right? Skills, hour, and then now let's move on to relationships. Let's move on to relationships. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? You want to try, bitches love spending when you spend time with them and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So like, this is what your shit is gonna look like. Time with the host. Sorry. Time with GF. You know what I'm saying? All right, boom. And then maybe you want to set a goal. You if you want, you could just leave it. You just leave it so you can add it up, or you can set a goal depending on what you want to do. Right? Boom. But you should track it. Boom. All right. And then whatever other skills you want, whatever else you want to track, those are the things that I would track. And if you do this shit, you'll keep your life on track. All right. Your health shit is good. Boom. Your money shit is good. Matter of fact, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put a health icon on each one of these, so we know what we're talking about. So you got your health shit in order. I don't know how to do a Notion template and make it for you. So if one of you nerds want to do that shit, that's cool. Someone posted in the victory unit. Hey man, I made a template so you guys don't have to do it because you're lazy, or just make your own like a fucking adult. I showed you how to do it. Boom. These are all health. This is all your health shit. And then over here we got your money shit. Sorry. What's happened there? Whatever. Why is this fucking up? You should set goals with all these, right? Remember we talked about the leading indicators. You should know. This is how you know if you're fucking making if you're hitting your fucking shit, right? And skills, this could be anything, like anything you want. It could be income skills, it can be, and then you got your girl shit. And then on my shit, I have time I spend with I also have on mine, I have time I spend with my son. I have time I spend with my nieces and nephews, little shit like that, right? And then you start to like gamify life. This way your life turns into a video game, and you want to set goals for all of these, right? So for this one, sleep, I mean, everybody's a little different, right? But you can set a goal for 8 hours. Boom. Are you getting it or not? And that's why now you got a game. Oh shit, I only got 6 hours. Boom, fuck. Right. But then the next day I get 10. Boom. All right. Now my lead. So you're gonna look at the average too. For some of these are averages, some of these are just calculations. Like this is the average, and we have a goal. And you go in here and set the goals, like we talked about before, the leading and lagging indicators. You see what the leading indicators are to accomplish your goals, and then you track it here to see if you're doing it. And then you'll be able to look. It'll be. Did we show my notepad a second ago? Oh, damn, you're just so good. I missed it. All right. And we'll show, and then you're just looking, you'll be able to see if you're on track or not. And then you make adjustments accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's one more thing I want to add to this. Right. So these are all, I sold this from I got this idea from Rob Durdeck, the fucking ridiculous skateboard nigga. He's got an AP too. He wears a white one. I wear a black one. I don't know if it's a race thing or it's just what it is. But anyway, it's these are called quantitative data. Qualitative data is what is like how you feel about something, right? So this is all math. This is all numbers. These are facts. The next ones are feel. Oh, one more thing. Here's a cheat code. Go here and hit freeze column. And maybe this one too. Freeze column. That way, when you move over, it stays here. That's super helpful. That's super helpful. Freeze the column. All right. Anyway, you go here, the qualitative data. So I like to have 3 memberships of how do you feel about the quality of your relationship, right? Right. Boom. And then how we want to do here, I like to do 1 to 10, like a number. 10 is like the best. 1 is the worst, right? So you put a little bar here. Boom. 10. Boom. And yeah. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this one and we're going to duplicate this 3 times. Duplicate property 2 times. I'm sorry. Duplicate this 2 times, but we're going to change it from relationship. Shut up. The relationship. We're going to change it from relationship to health. Boom. So quality relationship, quality health, quality of. You can put business, work, whatever it is. Mine says business. Oh, sorry. All right. And then we just mark it. We just mark it 1 to 10. If your relationship is going great, boom, 1, 10. If you feel like your health is not good, 5. All right. So maybe you need to work on that more, but you got to be more. And then quality of business, depends on where you at, right? 7, boom. And then you get 1 more. Hold on, let me just duplicate this 1 more time. Sorry, it was supposed to be, I was right the first time. And this was going to be quality of life, like overall life. And just judge your life 1 to 10 every day, right? Only this one, I make this one purple. It's color of royalty, All right. Quality of life, 6. And then what happens, and then you go down here, you make all of these averages. So you figure out what the average is for everything. And this is how we start gamify life. You have to gamify life because how you feel is really important. How you feel about this shit is important. You're still doing what's going to be done, but now you'll know how you feel, but you'll have data to know why you feel that way. Does that make sense? Because I feel like this is not happening. I feel like this is like this. Well, why is it like that? Let's look into it. You get what I'm saying? I hope this is making sense. right? Again, this is Notion. You could do. It's free. You can add all types of shit here. Change. You can change it. You know what I'm saying? Fucking. You can make it whatever you want. They got like little. Where's the fucking? Where's Unsplash? Oh yes, you can make it some money. You know, mine is gonna look. You know, depends on what you got going on, man. However you want it to look, make it look the way you want. It don't matter, you know. And Notion, and then it's an app on my phone, so I'm just keeping track of everything. Now here's the thing: mine is way longer than this, but these are the basics. But you can track anything you want, anything you improve. It doesn't matter. Whatever your leading indicators are to accomplish your goals, that's what you want to put in here, and you track it every day. It takes me like mine is like super long. It takes me like 5 minutes to fill out every day, but I have like it gives me like so much data and insight on my life, and you know. If you hit all your shit every day, like man, if you're like, how could you lose? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you lose? I don't think you can. And I know you won't lose, right? If you're hitting your leading indicators, and you won't know if you're hitting your leading indicators or how consistently you're hitting them unless you track them. And tracking is the master habit that has really propelled me to the next level. And it's really I just turn my life into a video game. A lot of people look at it and they think, oh man, that's too much work. That's too much stressful. And that's why you poor, man. You're going to stay poor. And it's cool. Success is not for everyone. But while you playing video games, I'm playing a game of life. I'm trying to hit a high score here. Instead of trying to create a man in the video game or upgrade a character of a video game, I'm upgrading my career. I'm upgrading my character in real life. And I do it every day. And I have data to support that. And that's how you go from being a motherfucking regular motherfucker to really balling on these motherfuckers super hard. That was helpful. All right, let's go to super chats.
We have Blackjack Mastery.
Big Blackjack, what up?
He has 2. This one says, I am creating 3 quality reels per day like you advised last week and posting them on IG, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. Knowing what you know about marketing, what type of reels should I create test for my sports betting business?
The best sports bettor dude I see advertising and social media is dude named Parlay Trav or Trav Parlay. Just do whatever he's doing. Like he's the best at that. He's the best at marketing. I don't know if he's a good I'm not a gambler, right? But he's the guy I see doing it the best. Parlay Trav. I don't know if his shit is good or not, like his picks or anything, but he's the best marketer I've ever seen. Do you know how to fucking share a template, Nima?
I'm gonna figure it out.
You figure it out, and then we'll just take this one and give it to these motherfuckers.
Or I just create an account, make it public, so they can just duplicate it.
And I can duplicate this one with you. I can give you this one. All right, cool. We're gonna get you this template, you lazy bastards.
I put it under the
All right, cool. Yeah, Parlay Trav. Fuck with him, man, and just do what he does, man. It's working. It's working really well. I don't know if his picks are good, but I know he's making a lot of money.
He also said, I apply what you taught us last week on raising prices. Raise my prices by 25%. Some loyal clients were upset. Do you give loyal clients discounts if they ask for it?
I don't give nobody a discount. You know what I'm saying? I don't give nobody a discount on nothing. Like, I don't give nobody a discount on nothing. I do not. When you say some, it's like, how many is some? What percentage? Like, that's what I would need to know. Like, what percentage? Like, out of all your customers, what percentage were upset? And if it's less than 10%, it's not something I worry about. If it's less than 10%, you that's why you got it's good that you got to have qualitative data, because if you can't run a business on quantitative data. I mean, you got to have quantitative data. You can't run a business on qualitative data, like how you feel, right? You got to have you got to run it with numbers. So I would need to know the numbers. If it's less than 10% of them, who gives a fuck? They can go fuck themselves. All right. What else?
We have Lewis.
Big Lou.
Use your straightforward advice to optimize my daily schedules and create systems for my life. It's been 3 days and it feels like life's on easy mode. You can't schedule something and trust yourself to follow, then be broke.
Yeah. Hey, man. Yeah. I don't know if that was a real question or what, but keep that up. You got to do it consistently, man. 3 days is not a statistically relevant amount of numbers, but I'm proud of you, man. Let's keep stringing. Once you have a collection of fucking good days, once you done, if you do it for 90 days in a row, your whole life would change. You will be unrecognizable in 90 days. Congratulations.
We have Marcin.
Mm-hmm.
Love your work, King Keto. 2 questions, please. Can operations account include funds for date night, as that is also important? And if you split overheads with girlfriends, should you have 6 months for both?
The first question, yes, because you got to eat food. She got to eat food, and y'all eating food together. So, like, yeah, you can do that. You know, I mean, it's got to fit within the parameters, though. It's just got to fit within the parameters of like, don't change the percentages based off what you want. Change the amount of income based off what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you want to fit more shit, if you want to spend more money out of the operations account than you have, you got to make more money and get more in there, right? And I mean, you got to at least cover your expenses. You know what I'm saying? And I don't remember what it's like to fucking split costs with somebody, right? So I would say at least have your 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What else we got?
We have Money Moves.
Money moves.
BBC.
Mm-hmm.
I worked 72-hour weeks and
All right.
racked up 50K in savings.
Let's go.
I bring in 8K a month. Now that I got 6 months of savings, do you recommend I use my 8K a month to build a business from now on, or save?
Yo, first of all, congratulations, Money Move. You know, less than 2% of the population. Less than 2% of the population makes 8K a month. You know, it's like so easy to be fucking. No, it's about 2%. Like, let me just make sure, because that number may have changed. What? Americans. $100K a year is about 8K a month, right? Google gave me an answer. Okay, it's less than that, right? So, according to Google's AI, huh? What? Yeah, you can show it. According to Google's AI, right? Approximately 33% of Americans make. So you're doing way better than most Americans. You know what I'm saying? Right. So congratulations on that. I know exactly what you should do, but it's too much for me to say right now. Download the Baller Mindset course and go through it. And you've already got past the first. You'll see what I'm saying. You got past the first level, so now you're on level 2, and you should in the course it shows exactly what to do at your level. And those of y'all who haven't checked out the Baller Mindset course, it's free, and it'll show you how to get, no matter where you at, from broke to balling, from broke to comfortable to balling out of control. You have congratulations, you have made it into comfortable money moves, and now you need to you're asking how to go to balling, and we detailed it in Baller Mindset. It's 100% free. There's nothing you can buy if you even wanted to, right? It's just all free.
We now have the fancy
What?
mercenary.
Yeah, I got it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, Brandon, I'm a new HTT student.
Ooh.
Finished the T2WJD.
Terminated 2-week judgment diet.
Super long.
Because that was based off, like, this was the hardest diet plan ever, and I used to sell it, but I give it to my HET students if they need. Like, some of them come in fucking HET, they were trainers, but they kind of fat. And I'm like, hey man, you can just go on this. It's like, and but then the title come from one of my favorite movies, Terminator 2 Judgment Day. So we call it the Terminator 2-week judgment diet. And then we put a picture. Yo, we took that shit. Do I have a picture?
It's on your left side.
Hold up.
At the end.
Where is it? Yo. Oh, I don't see it. Whatever.
So it's
Fuck it.
on your right side at the bottom.
No.
It should be on the left side by the balcony.
On the left side, yo, you just gave me mad direction. You got me fucking marching around this room.
I'm just trying to see what.
Nah. Oh yeah, I found one. It was underneath. Bullshit. So it started off as a joke. We was gonna call it Terminator 2-week judgment diet. It was just a joke, but then we didn't think of nothing better, so we did it. Then we put a picture of me looking like the Terminator. But it's the hardest fucking. It's so hard. It sucks. Most people can't do it. I'm sorry. What was this question? We don't sell it no more. All right. What was?
So he said he just finished it. And started my keto journey. Should I continue eating 1 gram of protein per body weight? Also, should I continue walking 20K steps to prep for quarter 1?
Oh yeah, he was on here at the HET call today. If you feel like you're not fat enough, if you feel like you're still kind of fat, then I would then that sounds right. You need at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. If you want to do keto, a lot of people say you can't do that as much as keto, but I actually tested my ketones and I can get way more than that and stay in ketosis. It's just what's important to you, right? If you feel like you need to lose more weight, then yes, keep walking at 20,000 steps a day. That'll be helpful for you.
We have Matt.
Mm-hmm.
He actually gave 10.
All right.
Yo, King Keto, what is the best way to schedule out my days when I get home from work at different times every day? I have been working 14 hours a day.
Congratulations. I love when motherfuckers tell me they're working hard. The best way to do it is go into your calendar. Like, you know, it's like, I don't know, is it some sort of regimen? Is it different times each day? Is it like you don't know what time it's going to be? Or do you know? If it's like standardized but it's just not the same every day, then you can just go in your calendar and plan it out. Plan it out. That's like, you got to use the calendar, Google Calendar. If you're not doing that, you're slipping.
We have Ashton.
Mm-hmm.
When you first started out, how did you improve your copywriting skills, or did you just outsource?
Oh no,
Any
no,
books?
Oh, sorry.
Go
The best copywriting book I can think of right now, off the top of my head, is The Ultimate Sales Letter by Dan Kennedy, and I wrote all my copy for years, and yeah, I wrote all my copies. And you just read and apply it and study. I mean, that's how I did it. You know, reading and doing it. You know, because you can read a book about fucking swimming, but that don't make you Michael Phelps, man. You gotta get in the water.
He also gave another.
All right.
For copywriting for e-com businesses, should I have more than one method of cold outreach? I'm already doing cold DMs on IG, reading 100 M leads.
All right, cool. Cold outreach is good. You know, if that's all you got right now, make sure you get some testimonials. So you might have to work for somebody for free to get some testimonials from them. If you want to learn to copyright, my boy Splashman, like I taught Splashman he used to write. I taught him how to write copy, and at one point he was writing copy for me for my supplement company, and I taught him all about email marketing and all this shit. And now what he does is he has an agency where he does email marketing for e-commerce brands, and I think he has a course or a mastermind where he teaches people how to do it too. But reach out to my man Splashman. What's his Instagram? Splashman. You can follow the people. I'll go to my followers and then fucking search Splashman.
It's Splash PJ.
Oh, it's Splash PJ on Instagram. Go holler at him, man. He's really good at it. He's been doing that full time for a living for like almost 10 years now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not 10 years. I don't know how old he is, but a long time. Maybe getting close to 10 years. Yeah, and I taught him out, and then he went and took it and ran with it. Started a whole agency where that's all he does. And I think he has I don't know if he shut it down and just focused on his agency, or if he actually teaches agency owners. But fuck with Splash, man. He can help you.
his verified page because he has a lot of fakes.
Yeah, just the one that I'm following. Go to the one I'm following. if he ain't followed by the real king of ketosis, it's fake.
We have Starman,
Mm-hmm.
Splashman, Starman.
Oh,
Can
Starman.
hard work make you successful fast and want results without earning undeserved? Also, any brain fog cures?
Yeah, no, I get what he's saying. Tackle, there's a lot to unpack here. Can hard work make you successful fast? I mean, yeah. Fast, it depends on what you mean by fast, right? Faster than if you weren't working hard, for sure. You can outwork most problems and you can outwork most people because people are punks. And want results without, I don't know what you mean by that. I hope you don't mean you want results without earning, or I don't know what that means. Can anyone fucking decode what that? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I'm assuming English is not his first language because, you know, that shit is done in euros. So maybe it's just like yeah. Listen, man, I'm gonna have to ignore that because I don't understand it. Cures for brain fog. Yo, honestly, you might just need more water. No bullshit, man. Like, yo, watch that fucking my man Huberman did the whole shit about water, the whole episode about water, and it's kind of fascinating. Like, just a 2% dehydration can lead to fatigue and brain fog, and it can fuck with your mood, your cognition, everything. And you're probably going to need around 3 liters of water a day. You're probably going to need about 3 liters of water a day. I shoot for 4 every day. I get 4 a day. I'm not trying to do shit. I'm gonna try, baby. All right, what else we got?
And we also have J1 through 9,
Uh-huh.
K1.
That's a dope ass YouTube name.
Thanks, BBC.
That's
If money amplifies character, how does one build it with money and without it?
a big question. That's a lot to unpack there. I mean, you don't need character to build money, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just amplifies it, right? You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's a good question for Thursday, but I mean, character is what you do, how you behave, like saying what you're going to do, you know what I'm saying? Fulfilling your promises you make to yourself. I mean, all you really got to do is keep the promises you make to yourself and others. And that's character. That's in layman's terms, that's character. Is one more, I think?
No.
No? All right, cool. Guys, this has been Victory Talk. Shout out to all my victory talkers or the victors. We didn't decide what it is. The victory victors. Make sure you join the Discord. The Victinators. Shout out to all the Victinators. That's one I like best so far. Victinators. Victory bankers? Victory barkers? Shout out to all my Victinators. I'll see y'all. We do this every Tuesday and Thursday. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.